Hey, everybody. Today, on episode 74 of The Geek Perspective, a classic horror TV show is making a comeback. Also, we have movie picks that you should be watching this Halloween season. This and more with my co host, Tom, and maybe Derek. We'll have to see about that. Derek's lost in the jungle somewhere, so we'll have to see about that. But we're a little late, a few minutes late today because we're having some good conversations off air. And so sorry about that, people. So we're live now. So tune in and enjoy the fun. So good conversations off air, Tom. We're getting ready for the election coming up. Everybody get out and vote. I don't care if you vote you're voting for. Well, I do care, but vote. Most
Vote no
importantly,
matter
you need
what.
to vote.
Even if we don't get on, voting's important.
Yes.
Make sure you get out there and vote,
No, who you
regardless
vote
of.
for. We have a right to vote. Take advantage of that. Some countries don't even get that. So get out and vote. So what have you been watching lately, Tom?
All
You watching
right.
anything good lately? Because let's get into some good movie talk.
Yeah. Well, as far as shows go, show that I really love right now, and there's one episode left for the season, is Lovecraft Country on HBO, produced by Jordan Peele, from Key and Peele fame. Also had the two horror movies there that are Us and the other one. I'm drawing it. My memory's so bad right now.
I see the characters, but I can't think of the movie.
Yeah, I have the characters in my head. My brain's working in slow mo today. I'm very tired. That's a great show. You got to check it out. It's on HBO. I sent you my Hulu credentials if you want to check it out. It's a very good show. It's got I think his name is Michael K. Williams. He was Omar in The Wire, which was one of the best shows of all time, The Wire. He's in it. Journey Smollett.
Us.
I said Us. What's the other one?
Get Out.
Get Out. That's the one. I had said Us, but I didn't.
Didn't he do Antebellum that's coming out now?
He might have been helped with might be a producer on it, but I don't think he directed it at all. It's somebody else. But yeah, so I think it's Michael K. Williams is in it, and Journey Smollett, who is Jesse Smollett's sister, Jesse Smollett from Empire. He was the guy that got in trouble. He's the gay black guy that said he was a target of a hate crime, which he actually
wasn't.
He had the people do, and it wasn't, and got himself. But she's in it, and a few other people you'd recognize. Really good show on HBO. And then Fear the Walking Dead is back, and the first episode was great.
And you're saying that you find that better than The Walking Dead, right?
Yeah, I've been saying it for the last year and a half or so, 2 years, and most people looked at me funny, and I just said I'm enjoying it more than The Walking Dead, because don't get me wrong, I love The Walking Dead, but we're on season whatever, and it's it's been a long time for that. Where Fear the Walking Dead, the characters were a little fresher for me, the stories were a little different, so and then it came back, and I really dug that first episode, and the other thing I had said to you is, in the Walking Dead cinematic universe, and I'm not talking about comics, this is just the cinematic universe, which entails the Walking Dead series, Fear the Walking Dead, and the new one there with the kids, whatever it's called, World Beyond. Morgan is the best character. He is the best character in the cinematic universe. And Carol's up there for me. I love Carol, but the evolution of Morgan from where he started, then he lost it, and then he came back, and he's peaceful, and now where he's going, it's the best evolution of a character in the Walking Dead cinematic universe. It really is. So I've been watching those, and that's basically, I can't think of. Oh, and the new season of Fargo just started. Love that show. Fargo on FX, anthology series. Great show. Great show. This season, it's Chris Rock and Jason Schwartzman are the stars of this season, and excellent. Chris Rock has impressed me with his acting chops. So, what about you? What are you watching? Or movies, TV, whatever?
Well, I'm finishing up The Haunting of Bly Manor.
I watched that. That was pretty good.
It's a very good show. We discussed again. Discussed this earlier. It's a little different than was it Hill House?
Yes, Hill House was the first
Um,
season.
Haunting of Hill House. That was more straight ahead, haunting, very awesome movie. Not very good, very awesome.
Hmm.
Um, I love this movie also. It's still about ghosts, but it's different. It's more thriller, more story, but in a good way. Um, the characters are awesome. It was cool to see some characters from the original series, short series. If you like ghost stories, check it out. It's freaking awesome. Um, Great story. Like I said, I'm not even done with it yet. I'm on episode 9. I think there's 10 episodes each season. So I just started 9 when you got here. So I'll probably tonight. I'll probably end up either tonight or tomorrow.
I
Finish
think
up
there
the
was
last 2
only.
episodes.
I want to say there was actually this season only had 9 episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe it was a different show, but it was weird. I was looking at a show just recently, and maybe it wasn't this one. I'm gonna check while you're talking.
Okay.
And it had 9 episodes, and I was like, that's a weird number to end the season
It would
on.
be a
I've
weird number
seen
for a show.
eight's becoming popular now on
Mhm.
Hulu and stuff, and 10's been popular on Netflix for a while. So 9's kind of it was.
Odd
Yeah,
number.
I'll check while you're talking.
But I'm on episode 9, and for me, episode 4 was like, holy Jesus, what the hell's going on here? That was pretty crazy. After episode 4, everything went nuts. Now before that, it was good. It wasn't like oh you have to suffer through the first 3 episodes. Blah blah blah. No, very good show. It's just that everything got hiked up a notch in episode 4. It was like, holy crap, what's going on here? So that was awesome. And I started rewatching not rewatching, but I started picking up Nosferatu season 2.
Love
I
that
started
show.
watching that again.
Love that
And
show.
I like it a lot. I don't love it, but I like it a lot. The girl she's an awesome actress.
She's from like Australia, right, or something like that.
No, yeah, she's from the Middle East.
Middle East. She's from.
Yeah, she was in the military. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm almost positive. I could be wrong.
I'm gonna check that.
Look that up
too.
because I could be wrong. But I thought they said
Yeah,
she was
I'll
in the
check
military when she was younger or something like that. Sudan or something like that. Some crazy place. I thought that's what they
Maybe
said.
her parents, because she's fairly young. I can't imagine that. Like, she
Well,
did
that's why Akla Red could be wrong too. How many times would Akla be wrong? You know.
All
You never
right,
know.
hang on.
So-
So Haunting of Bly Manor is 9 episodes.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm looking up.
All right, look up. All right, look up
Now,
Nosferatu.
all right.
Another
That
good show
way.
about vampires. If you haven't watched it, it's on season 2 now. It's a very good show. Tom loves it. It's a pretty popular show. I know some people I work with, they love the show. Very good show about this girl who sees vampires basically, and she's fighting vampires. But check it out if you like vampires. Check it out.
And it deals with like energy vampires and stuff like that. Rich is asking, "Where's the background?"
Yeah, we're going to do the zombie. Rich got me a couple of backgrounds for my birthday, and I was going to surprise and use the zombie background for today's episode. And we got busy. We were just shooting the just talking, and then the next you know, this day's been flying by for us, and all of a sudden it was 3:00, then it was 3:30, and then next thing you know, it's 4:30. Tom's like, we're behind. We got to get on and start doing this. So the day's been flying by for us. So unfortunately, we couldn't do one of the cool backdrops. And just so to back up a little bit, my plan this week, just so you guys know, is to record an episode about a gift I got from the Mandalorian TV show. It's, if you know me, you probably know what it is already. But I'm going to release an episode, and I might show one of my other backdrops that Rich got me for my birthday. A very cool backdrop. So I might pop that up and show you guys that one. So look out for that. And yeah, that's it. So did you find out anything, Tom, yet?
Yes. So
All right.
Ashley Cummins is her name. She was born in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. So you're right. Her parents were Australian, and they were working there at the time. And then they moved back to Australia for whatever work. It doesn't specify in this article, and I'm not going to do a deep dive on her parents. I don't care that much.
Right.
But they had to move back to Australia when she was 12. And that's where she
the uncle must have been wrong about, because the uncle was like, oh yeah, she was in the military for 2 years, da, 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 da. And I was like, wow, she's kind of young, but whatever.
She could have been. It doesn't say that here. She could have been, because she's older than I thought she was. She's
really?
20. She's 27. She was born in 92. I thought she was more like 22, 23.
Well, she looks really young.
Yes.
But she's pretty hot.
She was in, she was in another horror movie. Hang on, I got her page up right now, and where the hell is it? Hang on, the ghost, and she was so good in it, and okay, maybe I'm wrong, but no, I'm not. It was whatever. It was another. She was another, and she was very, very good in it. Very good in it. But I can't find it.
So, do you have anything that you haven't watched that you're planning on watching anytime soon? It's that time of year, Tom. You know.
Well, I mean, there's always movies that I can't think of right now. There's always movies. I mean, I watched that Hubie Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll discuss that in a few minutes.
And
actually, let's discuss that now, actually, since you mentioned it.
All right.
What did you think of it, Tom?
All right. So I'll watch any Adam Sandler. Grew up with Adam Sandler, on SNL, everything. So I'll watch any Adam Sandler movie, regardless. And there'll be stuff that I take away from it that I like, no matter what. But this one, whew. He did a silly, infantile sort of voice that he, used to do back on SNL and maybe in some of his earlier movies. And cameos were great in it. Shaq.
A lot of cameos.
Yeah, Rob Schneider. Everybody that popped up.
Shaq was pretty awesome. Shaq was pretty awesome.
Playing Hal L again when he was that character before. So that was cool about it. But other than that, it was pretty corny and cheesy. I just read something, and I just want to say before I forget, because that usually is what happened. I remember something, then we get talking, and I completely forget. So Adam Sandler was on Stern a couple years back talking about Uncut Gems and the Oscars, and he supposedly jokingly told Stern, he goes, because Stern was like, you should win it, but what are you going to do if you don't? He goes, well, if I don't win it, I'm going to go back and make one of the worst possible comedy movies that you could ever experience. So now everybody thinks that's why he didn't win the Oscar. So he made this intentionally pretty bad movie. So just throwing that out there. I mean, there's parts I liked, parts I did. It was cheesy. It was corny. What'd you think?
I thought it was very cheesy. Like you hit it on the head where he used that voice. When I heard that voice, I'm like, really, Adam? Come on.
And the whole movie, man. I was hoping it was just going to be like, oh, I was just fucking with you, but no.
That voice, I don't like that voice. He does. When he does that, it's like,
it hasn't been funny in 25 years, that voice.
I've never found it funny, personally.
I didn't find it funny on SNL, personally.
I love Adam Sandler. I'm a huge Adam Sandler guy. I will watch anything he's in. I like the movie. When I heard the voice, my expectations just dropped drastically. And I find that helps me when that happens to enjoy things more, because I don't expect. I have little expectations.
Yeah.
Like that. I really liked the ending. I really appreciate how it ended. I thought I was expecting the dumbest, cheesiest, most ridiculous ending that if I was drinking, totally drunk, and came up with some crazy ending, that they would have used it. But I don't know about you, but I actually enjoyed the ending.
It was, for me, the ending was just like all his other endings, except they fucking force fed you the meaning even more by the way they did it and the character
That
saying
is true.
I just felt
yeah.
it was like it was the typical Adam Sandler end to a movie, but worse because she's just explaining to me everything that they're showing too.
that I just let go because every movie he does that. So for me, I just like they're gonna keep doing this for the next 20 minutes, which
Yeah.
I just let it go. But I know what you're saying. I totally get that. But it's I'll call it a cute little movie. It's a good family movie. You know, if you have kids, little kids, definitely it's a family watcher. Watch it with
Yeah.
your family. And I think that's what it's for.
Yeah.
It's pretty clean. I think it's pretty clean, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's I can't imagine it's any worse than a PG-13.
Yeah.
And if it was PG-13, it would only be for mild language, not even severe language.
Yeah, it
would just
wasn't even
be
really bad for a comedian. This wasn't bad at all.
yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
it's definitely a family flick, safe for the
yeah.
family.
Like if I had to give it a number, 1 out of 10, I'd probably give it a 6.
Yeah, that's about
You
right.
know,
Yeah, five,
because it's a good
6.
family movie. You know,
Yeah, 5 or
it,
6.
it wasn't made for me. You know, it was made. I think it was made for more for a family, or he was saying "f you" to Hollywood, like you had said.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine he would do that with all that, I mean, I know he's got the big contract with Netflix and everything, so he's guaranteed the money, but I just can't imagine
No, I don't
he
think
would
so either.
he would do that on purpose.
So, what else do you need? Do you haven't watched yet that you need to watch?
That I
Is there anything?
need
Is there
to.
anything? Yeah. Do you have anything like? Because I have a couple of shows, things that I need to watch, and I haven't watched yet, and it's on my list. And
I'm trying to think.
what you think? I'll talk about mine.
Yeah, go for it.
The Boys. I still
Oh,
haven't
I
watched that
watched
yet.
that. That was great.
Yeah, I know. You keep telling me every time I talk to you.
The
I have to
season was
watch this.
excellent.
We got to talk about it. But I got to watch the stupid thing first, and then the new TV. It's a TV series. I don't know if it's a short series or what. To the Lake, and
My
you said one of your
buddy,
buddies. Yeah,
my buddy saw it. Said it was good. It's Russian or something, or I think he said right. I don't know for sure. I'll look it up.
he said it was dubbed or it was
Yeah, he watched it
subtitled.
dubbed.
That's
Which
how I'll probably watch it too.
you can change that in your Netflix settings.
See, that's cool. I think every movie should be done that way
Yeah,
because we discussed it earlier. I like you. I don't mind watching subtitles, but if it's in the evening or at night and I'm tired, I don't want to watch subtitles. And there were a couple TV series that I haven't watched yet. I think one's called Black or something. I think it's got subtitles, and it's supposed to be an amazing series on Netflix. But I haven't watched it yet because it's all subtitled, and I'm old. I want to just put something on and get a couple of spooks and move on with life. And if I got to pay attention to it, might not happen. So those are
yeah.
two things I have to watch.
It is Russian, by the way. I looked it up.
Okay.
It's a Russian series. It's yeah.
Just go on Netflix and look at that picture. That picture's creepy.
Yeah.
The picture of the thing is freaking creepy.
Yes, it is.
So go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, it's weird. Like sometimes I can do the dubbed, but if it's a really bad like dub where the lips aren't lining up too well and stuff, it just takes me out of it, and I'd rather the subtitles. And that's the problem with a lot of shows on those foreign shows on Netflix. Now that I've realized that I can switch it to subtitles, which I just never even thought about, that, just go in the settings and switch it. I'll probably watch those shows, but there's a reason I haven't watched some shows that people are like, oh, you should check it out. And it was just, I couldn't get past the dubbing, but.
Yeah, some dubbing's just horrible.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry to interrupt. Keep going.
No, that was it. Those are two things that I really need to watch soon. That's on my short list. Like I might even start them both this weekend because I'm almost done. Like literally 1 or 2 episodes left of Bly Manor, and then that's done.
The Boys, it's great, man. That is such a good show. It's funny. One of my good friends at work, Pete. He's 69 years old, and Jesus. I just got him to he just binged both seasons of Boy. He loved it so much he did it in a weekend. He was just like, awesome. Oh, that show was great. Both seasons. So
Boys is awesome. Everyone should watch Boys.
Yes.
So how about you? Anything that you need to watch?
Nothing that I need to. I mean, there's always movies and stuff. I mean, I'm trying to think because I think some shows are coming. Or
Very
this is.
soon. A lot of shows coming back in the next
Oh, you
couple
know
of
what?
weeks.
You know what I forgot, and I've been to talk to you about this. Supernatural's back.
What?
Yes, they 2 episodes. They've dropped the last 2 weeks. They've dropped 2 episodes.
I
So
heard this was supposed to start in October, and I totally forgot about it. Damn it! I'm
yeah,
gonna put
yeah.
that.
It was one of those things where I knew it was coming and I forgot about it. Then I read an article and I said, "Oh, no way. Maybe they just know what's coming." And
All
then
right,
sure enough, 2 episodes on the CW app.
I'm
So
changing. So I get either check Hulu or the CW app and start watching them.
yes, yes, because yeah. So I watched one of them. Yesterday, kind of at
It's
work.
coming to an end. So if you like Supernatural, watch them now.
Yeah. So I mean, eventually this season will end up on Netflix because all the others are on Netflix right now. But
Great
yeah,
show.
as it's going. Oh, we got a question from Linda. Have either of you watched the Candy Watch in Fortune
Witch.
Cookie?
Candy Witch.
Candy Witch. No.
I kind of want to watch the fortune cookie. That's kind of intriguing me. Again, I'm a big visual person, and when I see the cool pictures of the movie, it's like, ooh, that looks interesting. So I'll check it out because of that.
Yeah.
Tubi is a great app, by the way. Linda actually pointed it out to me a couple of weeks back. If you're looking for an app, it's free. It has movies, TV shows, and good stuff. It's not like crap that that I made. It's really good, high quality shows, movies. So if you're looking for a good app to watch stuff on, check out Tubi. And I do want to check out both these movies. And I'm thinking about even doing my own little review of one of them.
Yeah, I'll check them out. Another thing, I had told you, Roy, before the show, people out there, check out the app called Quibi on out there. I just happened to download it because I had read an article about Caitlin Olsen. She plays Deandra on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. She played Mickey on The Mick, which was canceled last year.
I like that show.
It was a good show. She's a great actress. She's married to Rob McElhenney, the creator, one of the creators, and one of the guy, the three of the gang on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. She won an Emmy, and I'm like, oh shit, what she won an Emmy for? And it was a Quibi show. So I was like, I'm curious because I'm a big fan of her. It's Always Sunny. If anybody knows me, that's my all-time favorite show. I just love that show. And
great show.
so I was like, oh, I'll check it out. I downloaded Quibi, and they do either a free month or free couple of weeks or something. So I started watching it. So their shows are only 5 or 6 minutes long each episode, which is like a really kind of cool concept. And like each season might be 10 or 12 episodes. I can't remember offhand. So a whole season is like maybe an hour or less, and but they're really good. Like Anna Kendrick has a show on there called Dummy, I think it's called, with Donald Logue in it, and it's about Dan Harmon. And it's like these really big actors and actresses in Hollywood, and they just do these shows, and each episode's like 5 or 6 minutes, and they're really, really good. And it's like I just liked it because like sometimes like I'm at work and I'm watching shows at work while I'm working or something. I have something on so I have some background noise while I'm working. And that's like perfect because it's like 5 minutes. So I go do something because a lot of times it only takes 5 minutes. Then I have to go do something else. And you watch an episode. Really cool. It's called Quibi, Quibi, free app. And then it's just really 5-6 minute episodes. I thought it was just a really cool concept. And then they supposedly just put some stuff on there. And now I think my trial might be over, but now they have a bunch of like Halloween and horror stuff this month on there. So check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah, Quibi.
Quibi. Again, maybe I'll do that this weekend. Give me a lot of stuff to do. So, do you have a movie? Let me ask you a question. Is there a movie out there that's not really mainstream that you think people might want to watch for Halloween? Anything you can think of? Like something not your typical horror movie, because Everybody wants to watch a horror movie this time of year.
So something that I watched this past year that I enjoyed, and it's not like your stereo. Holy crap! I just noticed this over here. I've been thinking about buying some of these before.
Oh,
We didn't even talk about this, Roy. You got
actually, I got that for my birthday.
That's awesome because I've been seeing these over at the Toy Ball and stuff, and I'm always like, oh, I should get one because I've seen like the other carrot, the two-headed one and stuff. I should get one, and
Rich's oldest son bought that for me for my birthday.
That's
I
awesome.
thought that was the coolest thing. Yeah, right. I'm gonna leave it in the
awesome.
package and probably just hang it up somewhere.
That's all. Yes, that's awesome. It's
awesome
funny.
series, by the way. Awesome series.
Yeah, I might have an extra protector for one of those too because I have a bunch of ones for the Misfits.
Really?
The band, yeah. But yeah. So sorry. The Hunt. Not your terrible. But I enjoyed that more than I really thought I would, and it's horror. It's just a different movie. I could see people liking that, especially in the way the United States is right now with the political climate and the election coming up, and how every fucking thing is political in this country now. It's like you can't have a conversation without it going back to politics. Which is infuriating and weird. And I was talking to a friend from England, and she that lives in England, and she was like, "Do you guys really just only talk about politics and that's everything?" And I was like, "Pretty much." And she goes, "That's so weird and sad." And I was
right?
just like, "Yeah,
you
true. Know, yeah." I was like, "People here think that we're like the cream of the crop and this and that, and all this stuff, and it's like, no, people. It's shit's weird here, man. Shit's just fucking weird." But yes, Roy plays
only the dolls that Rich gives me.
But
and sometimes they're used. Yeah, The Hunt.
Yeah, that's a movie I would stress.
I've almost rented that a few times because when I heard that was even being made, right away I wanted to watch it.
I remember we've talked about it a bunch of times because you did an episode and how they had to refilm it and stuff, and so.
Yep. So I have one, and we discussed this earlier on the earlier episode, and I'm bringing it up again because it's an amazing movie. It's called The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Oh yeah.
It's an amazing movie. If you haven't seen this movie, you're missing something. Your life is not complete. It's a great movie, so check it out. It's The Autopsy of Jane Doe. It's on Netflix. Check it out. So now, how about a mainstream horror movie, Tom?
Oof.
I got one.
Go for it.
Halloween.
Okay.
One of the most classic, now the original. One of the most classic horror movies in history. I think, for me personally, one of the greatest movies ever made in general. Just for me personally. Mm-hmm. And you had a great director, John Carpenter. You had great people in the movie, Donald Pleasance, Tony Moran, who I had the fortune to meet at our convention.
Nice.
And Jamie Lee freaking Curtis, who looks awesome to this day.
Yep.
Sexy as hell. I wish she would come to Comic-Con. Be awesome to meet her. But that movie, the music just gives me chills. Between that and Friday the 13th, those are the two greatest things in my life.
Yeah, that's great. That's a really good horror flick. It really is.
Yeah, again, if you haven't seen that, shame on you. You
can't
be a horror fan.
The problem with like mainstream horror is like I start naming one, I'm just going to name about 100 because it's just well,
we have next week too.
Yeah, I love so much horror. I can't think of one offhand, but Halloween is a great example. Let me
ask you: you held up the Army of Darkness. Would you consider Evil Dead a mainstream horror film?
Now I would.
Yeah.
Because the remakes that they have, or the reboots or whatever, and then after Ash versus the Evil Dead on Stars, I would
great series.
Yes, it was a great series. So now I would consider it mainstream. Now, 10 years ago, 15 years ago? Probably not. Most people, you know, it was more of like a cult thing. Like, I know you would have seen it. I would, you know, but I don't think a lot of our friends might have seen it, because it's not, back then it wasn't your Halloween, your Friday the 13th.
You couldn't find it 10 years ago.
Yeah. It was,
you had to search for it.
You know, honestly, most people probably 10, 15 years ago knew Army of Darkness more than they knew the Evil Deads.
Yeah, because the comedic aspect of it.
Yeah, and it was.
Rich had a great movie that I brought up to you earlier. Ankle Biters, baby.
Yes.
Ankle Biters.
I've seen it.
Which,
I've seen it too. Yeah,
if anyone finds this movie, a DVD of this movie, let me know. I want to buy this movie. It's the greatest, funniest movie in the world. It's basically, not basically, it's about these vampires, but wait for it. They're freaking midgets. And they bite people's ankles.
It's awesome.
You're thinking, what the freak? Nope, it's freaking awesome. You will watch that in awe.
And I would almost put it, you know, it's more campy and silly than Evil Dead Army of Darkness, but I would almost put it towards that sort of horror more than another horror, you know, that campy style.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I agree with you. I think 10, 20 years ago, it definitely wouldn't be mainstream, but because I was toying with that for my mainstream, and I was like, it kind of is. But yeah, I do agree with you. It is more mainstream now because of what you said. I agree totally.
Yeah, it just, more people. And all those reboots, and just the way the world has become so much smaller now, too, where it's like, you know, it's not as hard to track stuff down as it, you know, once was, and obscure and stuff. It's really, I mean, you do a quick Google search and you can find 99% of everything, you know, somehow or another. So I do love the Evil Dead series, one of my favorites.
So, have you heard about the new show that's coming back?
I actually did, and it's funny because you brought it. I actually texted you guys the article that in the text feed about Dexter, right?
Yeah.
I texted that article to you guys.
I don't think I ever got it.
It should be in the text chain.
Yeah, but I might have missed it, or just hadn't read it yet. So I guess it's coming back for a limited 10-episode series in 2021, and Michael C. Hall is back. The original showrunner's back, which is awesome, Clyde Phillips. So that's a good thing, because the way it ended was horrible. In case you don't know how it ended after 8 seasons with Dexter.
Spoiler alert!
Yes, spoiler alert. In case you haven't watched it, thank you, Tom.
Yeah, just leave the room for 30 seconds or something.
Yes, hold on for you put the mute on, whatever you're gonna do, because little spoiler if you haven't seen it. Dexter fakes his own death. He moves to the Midwest in Oregon and under a new name, and that's all I'm gonna say. He starts a new life, and it was kind of stupid. I thought it was ridiculous. You would invest in a show like that, a great show, and the ending was just wasn't fulfilling. And the producers try to say, justify it, but I didn't bother reading the article because I'm like, there's no justification. You have a great show, you do great for a show, and then you do that for an ending. That's just lazy.
It was
totally lazy.
It in my opinion, and I read some of the books, not all of them, but I've read some of the books. I had just, it would have made sense to kill them off, and I understand why they didn't, because now they can do this and they can do movies and stuff like that. But a better ending than that, man. And it was just, like you said, it was lazy. It was it was just like, it was like a fart in church, man. That's what it went over like. It was just, so I'm excited for it. It's good. We're gonna figure out what he's been up to and what's happening now. So I'm assuming he's gonna go back to his sort of ways of, killing other serial killers, which is just a great concept for a character in the show, in the book, a serial killer that only kills other serial killers. what a good concept.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Great
just
concept.
great. Just real quick, I just read Nosferatu. It's been canceled.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they canceled it after season 2.
Bastards.
So,
Bastards, I tell you.
I know.
They're
But
all bastards.
yeah. So it should be pretty good. This I'm hoping it ends up being good. At least the Dexter. Definitely.
Yeah, I have hopes for it because like a lot of people say it should have ended after season 4. I don't remember season 4, but I'm hearing a lot that it should have ended after season 4.
Well,
so hopefully they do a justifiable ending.
It's funny because I've heard some people like on podcasts talking about it, and not like movie podcasts, just like other hosts being like excited, and then they all say, "Yeah, I got to go back and watch it." Well, I got to go back and at least watch the first 4 seasons. It's like everybody's in agreement that the first 4 seasons are just unbelievable. After that, it kind of falls off. So
a lot of friends that actually I picked it up late.
So did I,
because I didn't think it would last. And all my friends, when I started watching it, was probably during the 4th season. So I'd be watching season 1, then all my friends stopped watching it after the 4th season.
I mean, and that happens with a lot of shows. You look at Sons of Anarchy. That saying, I loved that show, but after season 3 or 4, man, it was just getting too outrageous. I mean, these guys were basically like just running the guns and everything in the country. They were like the biggest operation in the country, and they're just this small motorcycle club. It was just it was just so outrageous, you know. But I still watched it.
Yeah,
and I still liked it. But it was pretty ridiculous from season 4 on. And another show that didn't end that great. And then I did not like the spinoff, The Mayans. I wanted to like it. I was super excited for that spinoff, The Mayans. Yeah. And I didn't. A lot of people liked it. I did not.
I liked it.
I could not get into it. I wanted to. I just couldn't.
I had to disassociate from Sons of Anarchy. Because if I didn't do that, and we get to meet some of the cast of that show. So I'm one of those people. If I meet them and they're really cool to me, I'm gonna watch their show. Yeah, so unfortunately, I was invested in the actors, so I had to watch it.
Yeah, that was a good year at Comic-Con when we got to work with them.
It was a really good year. Got to meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah.
So in case you haven't done it, guys, like, subscribe, click that little bell so you keep informed of all our new content because we have more stuff coming during the coming weeks, releases during the week, so stay tuned for that. So hit that little bell so you see one of us release some content. You never know when one of us might pop on and record freaking. Anything else you want to add, Senior Tom?
You just completely froze up for a second there. I didn't hear anything you said after. For the last 10 seconds.
Oh, we both just popped out there.
Yeah, you froze up again.
Of course it did. You're gonna love internet.
Have either of you? Okay, sorry. What's that? Sorry, I was reading an old message because my screen went crazy for a second, so it pulled up an older message. So I guess Derek's not gonna pop in here, or
guess not, because we're about done.
Yeah, and then I don't know. He texted a little while ago, said he was 45 minutes from home, which still, I mean, he should be home by now. That was well over an hour ago, so I don't know. Mm-hmm. Must not be coming in.
Yep, I guess not.
So
that's the show for today, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Comment on this video. Tom and myself. Have a great, great day and vote. Vote. You have to get out and vote and wear your masks.